What's going on, people? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live, man. We are live. We're here Wednesday morning, transfer daily. We're here with the brothers in the building. We got man like Roms in the building. Roms, what are you saying, bro?
Big up, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Big up yourself. Big up everyone in the chat, man. Smash the likes, man.
Yeah, big up to you. Big up to you. We got man like D in the building. D, what are you telling them, broski?
Yeah, bro. Same old, my guy. Just being vexed with Chelsea's win. You get me?
Yeah, boy. We'll speak about it. Definitely, man. We'll talk about any transfer news, any hot topics. You know what I mean? Get involved in the show, man. Smash a like on the video. That's the first thing you can do. Hit the like button and subscribe to not only my channel, Football Verbal, and obviously make sure you subscribe as well to Fam Zone TV. But yeah, man, we can only start at Chelsea, man. You know, they're looking good and they're in the final. They beat Fluminense, which I thought would be a tough test, but they went past that with, I think, relatively ease. I think apart from that Corella chance where he cleared off the line, I don't think Fluminense caused him massive problems, man. And Joao Pedro, talk about having a full debut, starting debut, two absolute crackers. I did say that he would be a good signing for them, man. And I really mean that. And I know it's still early because it's only pre-season and whatnot. And, you know, it's Club World Cup. But, you know, he's got something about him, that guy, man. You know what I mean? He's still fairly young as well, 23, 24. You know what I mean? They do look good, man. And they found a balance yesterday, man. And when Jackson came on, it got a bit ugly. But other than that, you know what I mean? What we saying, have they been tested? Or is it a case of you've only got to play what's in front of you, really? Like, you know, like it is what it is. Like, what do you reckon, Robs? But they're looking good, though.
You know what it is? They have looked good, and obviously us rivals are going to do what us rivals do because their run has been relatively easy. But like you just said in the latter, you can only place in front of you. They didn't pick who they were going to play. Do you know what I mean? They can only beat who's in front of them. However, the final's obviously going to be the bigger test. And I think I could speak for most of us. I want PSG because I don't think Chelsea beat PSG. Where I think if they play Madrid, I'm not writing Madrid off, but I just think Madrid are more susceptible at the back. And I think Chelsea are that team, right, where I was saying on Midday Live, they just know how to get it done in the final, no matter their form. Remember when they'll finish in like mid-table and they'll still be winning cup finals, no matter their form. Yeah. They know how to get it done. But I think this PSG team is the best in the world at the moment. I think they'll have too much for Chelsea. But I think if they was to butt Madrid, it'll be a different story. But you have to give them credit. Look, Joao Pedro, I called it from years back. I said, once he leaves Brighton and goes to a better team, you'll see these performances. Yes, he needs to obviously do it in the Prem. But I think there's certain crop of players like your Ezes and your Kuduses and your Joao Pedros where people question them, can they make that jump? But for me, I think it's quite simple. Put them with better players. I think they'll relish that pressure and they'll succeed. I think he's going to be a hit for them. I genuinely think he's going to be a hit for them.
Yeah, 100%, bro. You know, people say, oh, who have they played? But listen, this is the nature of the competition. Like Man City, they went out, innit? Like, what can they do? You know what I mean? And the draw, it has been fortunate for them. But listen, you play who's in front of you, man. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, I know, I get it. Who have they played? And I think PSG have had tougher draw, you know what I mean, and whatnot. And, you know, they've had to play some top teams to get to the final. But you got to play who's in front of you, man. And they've dealt with every team with relative ease. You know what I mean? I think the only team that they lost to was Flamengo. And, you know, that was it, really. But you know what it is with Joao Pedro, yeah? Like, he's got that intelligence in terms of, like, you know, not just kind of losing the ball. He's got that kind of link-up play as well. But that strike there, bro, like, normally you see it here and there with against Brighton, but, bro, like, he normally, you know what I mean, isn't known for that, bro, like, to be hitting them bangers. You get me, D?
Yeah, like, and he's a physical being as well. That's the thing about what Chelsea are. Like, if you sign 1 million players, you're gonna hit up on the right formula at some point. Innit?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. And it looks like they're getting it right at the minute. Because if you look at their whole team, the whole team is starting to. You got to remember, Pedro Neto's playing brilliantly, and he's still grieving from Jota.
Yeah.
So he is this team. They're starting to get their act together. They've got Enzo's getting his act together. Caicedo is one of the best midfielders in the world. I don't care what anyone says. He is one of the best midfielders in the world. That guy is incredible. I can't believe how good this guy is. He is one of the best midfielders in the world. Period. It's as simple as that. And he, for some strange reason, like not strange reason, but he's always fit, and he's always the best. To me, every time I see Caicedo play, he's like the best player on the pitch. Like he's phenomenal, bruv. And when you obviously they've managed to finally stumble across a couple of players that are now making it work. Cucurella's making it work now. Caicedo's making it work. Lavria's fit. Enzo's coming together. Palmer's one of the best attacking midfielders in world football, regardless of what we think. He's one of the best up there. Now they're starting to get Neto. All they got to do is, even if they sign a few wingers, I know they got Gittins and stuff like that. Reece James is fit. You're starting to become a force. I think it's got to the point now where we've got to stop seeing them as underdogs. I think that kind of gives them a bit of an easy leash, an easy way out, because now they're at the stage where why should they not be challenging?
Thank you. Yeah. Bro, I was saying this a couple of days ago, like, I still think Arsenal, City and Liverpool are ahead of them. I still think we're ahead of them. However, they can't have this perception that, we're just going to battle for top 4 again. Their objective should be, I'm not saying to win the league, but to at least challenge, bro. At least challenge. Some Chelsea fans, not all of them are saying, this team ain't a title winning team. Cool, it's not, but still what do they say? Reach for the stars, land on the moon. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They should be challenging this season, 100%. But
you don't keep sacking managers to start new processes, do you? You keep sacking managers because you feel like the managers previously were not performing. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why you sack managers. So to me, as far as I'm concerned, that team is clearly good enough to challenge for this league.
The only thing is a keeper good enough to be challenging? You know, I always say with a title, you need a goalkeeper to really challenge. And I don't know if they've got a goalkeeper there to be that person. Because look at yesterday, for example, that chance there. What is he doing waiting for the ball to get to him?
But you got to remember, Saeed, they've signed 7 or 8 keepers. They've got 7 or 8 keepers. It's not like
they're getting it wrong. They're getting it wrong.
You're getting it wrong. So to me, there's at some point you can't keep saying, "Oh yeah, they're ready for until they get it right, then they're ready." It doesn't work like that. You've got to be. You spent this amount of money.
Whenever you see a title winning team with a title winning team with a bad goalkeeper, you tell me when you've ever seen that.
Well, Liverpool got to the final with and he had a terrible game. What was it?
Harris. Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about title winning team. When has there been a bad goalkeeper? Let's be honest.
There probably hasn't been. Team. But they're only a bad goalkeeper. But Kepa was signed for a world record fee.
Yeah, but again, it wasn't good enough. I can't remember, honestly. Like in the Premier League, where there's been a team where I'm like, that's a terrible goalkeeper.
Yeah, but
title winning team.
But they signed Mendy, and then you see, what's his name?
Mendy was underrated, man. I feel like a lot of people cook Mendy. Mendy was a good keeper, man. Bro, he was team of the year.
Yeah, and don't forget Onana, the Champions League final, when you lot signed him from that Champions League final, these are keepers that
again, I'm talking about Premier League.
But why though? Why?
Premier League, I'm just like, because you're saying that they should be challenging for the league, I've always said, for you to win the league, you need a top goalkeeper. I'm sorry.
But you can say that about anything. You can say that about anything. You can say, you cannot win the league without a top striker. You can't win the league without
No. The keeper's a key aspect of that. Van der Sar, looking at Alisson, Courtois when Chelsea won it last time. Who's there?
Edison. We were challenging with Ramsdale. You saying you mean winning? You mean winning or challenging?
Ramsdale was the one that flopped. You flopped with Ramsdale in the end. Remember? You flopped it in the end with him.
No, I see what Saeed means. That a title-winning team over a 38-game season. Because what you're speaking up, D, when you're mentioning other keepers, they're getting to like cup run, just 7-8 games. Where, let's be honest, you can win a cup and not be that good. We've seen it, bro. In the league, there's no time for cheating. Like You've never seen a Premier League winning team and the keeper's not that good. I kind of hear what Saeed's saying. I hear what you're saying, Dino. You can get away with a bad keeper in a cup competition, bro. You can. You just can. You can get far, or you can potentially even win it. But in a 38-game season, where you got to be consistent from August to the May, yeah, man, your keeper needs to be top. But I just think they're a couple players away. I think they're a couple players away from actually winning it. But they can challenge now, in my opinion.
No, but Saeed said that a keeper. That's what I'm saying. He said a keeper, that they can't move out a keeper. So you're saying they can keep silent until they get it right, which means that you're saying they can't win it until they get one of the
I think for me, you can challenge, but I think for me, winning it means that
Leicester had Kasper Schmeichel.
Bro, are you kidding me, bro?
Yeah, Kasper Schmeichel was good that season. He was good that season,
bro. Kasper Schmeichel, you don't rate him.
He's not a world beater, is he?
He's not a world beater, but he was good that season.
Tonight it's a one season thing. Now you can be good for just for one season.
He was good for the season, then he faded away towards the end.
He's okay, and he's all right.
Nah, bro, I think you're moving mad.
He ain't better than any of these keepers nowadays, is he? Not better. Who's he better than now?
Bro, he's better than most keepers in the Premier League. He's better than Konate. He's better than bro. At his pomp, at his prime when he was there and he was cooking, he was better than a lot of these players, bro.
He was, he had a good season. He had a good season. That's what I'm saying. If Sanchez listen, what my point is, the fact of the matter is this. Yeah. When are you going to say that they should be challenging? Because you keep saying about.
I think for me, if I can see, by the way, I just want to give a shout out to Tyler Jones, bro. That's a big donation. I appreciate that, my guy. Like,
big up
Tyler, Liverpool fan as well. So big up to him, bro. He said like the video. If that don't get you to like the video, then I don't know what will, man. So respect, bro. Respect, man. I appreciate you, my bro. But yeah, no, I think for me, I think they can challenge next year and become an underdog for the title, but I don't believe they'll be over the line because of the goalkeeper situation, and maybe because I feel like they need an extra centre back as well, like just in case. Because I feel like for me, I think Toast is underrated, but I think one more solid centre back alongside Levi Colwill, I think then we can talk about. I think they've got a Premier League winning midfield. I think their attack's very good, and their fullbacks are very good. Who else is out there? They just need a centre back and maybe one more goalkeeper. You know what I mean, bro? So
they're underdogs. Underdogs, yeah. To you, they're still underdogs.
Yeah, they're kind of underdogs. They're not like Arsenal. I think Arsenal, to be fair to you, like the gap's getting closer between Chelsea and Arsenal. But Man City and Liverpool, in terms of experience, going
Man City, are you going mad?
We had this conversation last time. Robs, he's saying Man City. He's saying you don't rate Man City, Robs.
No, I don't rate Man. Arsenal is Liverpool and then Arsenal, not Man City.
Real talk, though. Let's talk to Liverpool. Liverpool fan here has been in title races, won it from 4 years. Would you disrespect Man City like that?
No, not disrespect. No, that's not what I said. You can't ask a question like that, bro. No, don't ask a question like that.
No, but it is though. It is though. Really, truly.
I think the business they've now done, I think they go back on top of you lot. Until you lot get the Ezes, the Gokers, which will probably come through the door, then it's a level playing field again.
Yeah, I agree.
You lot are stagnated in terms of signing. If you're going off league position, of course, you finish second. But I think with their signings, they've leapfrogged you again. They've leapfrogged you.
Man City are not Man City. We know how great their team. Their team is the best team probably in the last 15 years of the Premier League. They got one of the greatest teams of all time, the best manager of all time. We know that. This Man City team are not right now in the last year or whatever, last couple bits. They're not. You can't say Man City are above Arsenal in before going for the league. It's Liverpool number one, and then Arsenal number two.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, they've gained ahead of you because of the stylists that they brought in. They brought in better signings than you.
You're going off last year.
What have they done? What have they done? So you see us. So our team is more. So what team is more solid? Which team has got a better foundation? You think? Because they've lost. They don't forget they're losing. They've lost De Bruyne. Nunez is playing at right back. They want Diaz dropped. Their left back is out Nori, who doesn't defend. Their midfield is obviously strong. Rangers, Rodri, and what I'm trying to figure out. You tell me.
D, don't you think they're going to improve that?
That's what I'm saying to you.
Do you not think we're going to improve with Gyökeres up front?
Right now, you've never got
this is what I'm saying. As of now, until Gyökeres and Eze come in, right now they're ahead of you. That's my point. Once them two come in, then it's a different conversation. I've been saying once Arsenal make additions, then I think they're back up there. But I think City's overtook you though. Because if you're gonna go off last season, of course you finished second, but they're only gonna get better. And that foundation.
Why have they not overtaken you then? Because they won the league 4 years in a row before you did. So maybe they've overtaken Liverpool as well. I don't know why you're putting yourself way away from them as well. Then.
They're not. It's neck and neck, bro. When you deep it, like Liverpool are there, but I believe Man City will win the league this year. Personally, I think for me, Man City will win the league. But I think Liverpool are not far away.
The thing is with them, I just feel like they didn't strengthen in the areas that they needed to. I think age played a factor. You saw it with us. The season that we had Fabinho, Milner, and Henderson in midfield, we finished fifth. The things with City, they had Gundogan, they had KDB, they had other aging players. I think now they're going to kind of rejuvenate that. You're going to see them back to their best. That's why I think we also won the league, because obviously we were cold and we were the most consistent, but we had that blend. That Klopp obviously brought in Gravenberch, and he revolutionized the midfield just before he left. So we had that more youth and experience blended. I think City's team was mainly old last season. As to why I think we won the league, but I think they're going to be back there again. I still think we win it. I still have us favourites, but they're going to be up there again. And again, if you don't make additions, it'll be us three. It'll be us three, in my opinion. But do I trust Arsenal to go and make them additions? Because I think Gyökeres and Eze for me is enough for you to challenge. We've not seen them yet. This between Liverpool and City, we've actually brought in the signings. You don't have, as it stands on the 9th of July, you lot have not brought these players in just yet. When they sign, different conversation.
Facts. 100%, bro. I think for me, like I said, when I look at Arsenal, they, like I said to you, I feel the gap, like Chelsea, if they right, really and truly, like they can bridge the gap right now if you don't go get Gyökeres and them, man. That's why it's so crucial Gyökeres gets over the line. You feel me? So
I reckon
Chelsea, I think Chelsea, if they make, I think Chelsea might overtake Man City.
Fair.
They won't overtake you lot.
Not yet.
That's mad, you know.
How can they overtake us yet? How can they overtake us now?
This is mad, you know. When you deep,
we finished second. We've finished second 3 years in a row, Saeed. The only team that if you win the league, you have to win the league to finish above us. That's what's happened in the last year. We haven't won it. Fair enough. We're not winners, but you have to finish above us to win the league, bro. So how I don't understand.
But last season, like I said to you, you finished second, right? You finished 3 points behind Man City.
Yeah.
And when you look at like Chelsea, what was it, 6 points behind? I think it was something like that. Or even less than that. Chelsea. Was it 5 points behind Chelsea?
What, Chelsea 5 points behind Arsenal?
Yeah, Arsenal finished 5 points behind. 5 points ahead of Chelsea last season. So the gap's not that big, you know. So you're talking about the gap being that big, bro. Like it's not. I think for me right now, if Arsenal buckle up their ideas, these teams are gonna get, the gap's gonna get narrower and narrower, bro. I'm just saying, like this is why it's so crucial for Arsenal this season to go and get Gyökeres in and bring in a world-class finisher and then move up the table now. Because
I'm saying it with the assumption that Gyökeres comes and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying it with that. Obviously, I'm not saying it as it stands right this second. Of course, Liverpool are clearing away favorites and Man City above us. But I'm talking about with the signings that we're rumored to be advanced stages at. Obviously, how can we have Gyökeres and our team finishing second and be behind Man City when Man City have got about 11 new players?
Yeah. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a fascinating title race. I can't lie to you. I really do. I think it's gonna be a crazy title race, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I think for me, bro, it's one of them where I think Liverpool and Man City experience will count. I'm not gonna lie to you, but there's potential for teams just to sneak in there, man, and do something. You know what I mean? People are saying Madueke in the chat. Is there any developments on Madueke?
No. Apparently they want 50 plus million. So
Is that what it's saying? Oh, yeah. I think Romano
Apparently.
really and truly. Romano's not really put an update, has he? Let's be honest, man. What's this update, people? Arsenal will have direct talks with Chelsea soon to discuss Noni Madueke. There's a gap evaluation between the clubs, but negotiations now will follow to understand how to proceed. Noni Madueke has agreed a 5-year contract with Arsenal as revealed. Wow. You know when you agree a contract here, this is going to get done, bro. I'm telling you now, bro. Like the agreement is lipping there, bro. 5-year contract.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to this. Whatever's happening with this guy, man. I don't know what's going on.
Bro, this is gonna be serious, bro. And the maddest thing is, I reckon Chelsea buy another player with that. If they could probably go buy another player with this money. They might say, you know what, we'll go for another attacker.
If they go and get if Chelsea go and get Kudos, for example, that team is looking scary. Like they haven't they've got so much squad depth. That team has got so much depth. You can't keep everyone happy for. Like I understand you can't keep everyone happy, but it's a problem. It's a real problem if they go and get
smoke screen. I love this word smoke screen. Why has it become a buzzword this year, man? Smoke screen.
There's always
what I mean? People like, oh, it's just a distraction. You know what I mean, bro? Like it's crazy, bro. Like these are genuine links, people. These are genuine
smoke screen for who? Smoke screen for who?
Like, bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't get it, bro. Like Arsenal, they value Madueke. You just have to get it into your heads, man. It's happening. Like real talk,
and you don't like Calvert-Lewin, so get it into your heads as well.
Nah, that one ain't happening.
But that's the rumors. The same rumors.
By the way, them rumors are being forced on United. They're not United that are interested in Calvert-Lewin. That's and I'll show you later on what Fabrizio said is. It's more so they've been offered. It's not a case of United are after him, bro. The difference. Madueke liked the idea. So I also like the idea of Madueke. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There's a difference there. I think you'll be all right, man. Once you sign him, you'll go to celebrating, you know what I mean? Like Madueke.
Once you sign Calvert-Lewin, the same thing will happen, isn't it? Once you sign Calvert-Lewin, the same thing will happen.
Now, by the way, Calvert-Lewin won't score though. He won't even enter the pitch. He's that injury prone. You know what I mean?
Madueke, this Madueke link is starting to become. It's the timing of it as well. It's like if this is at the end of the window and we've signed all our main players and it's like another squad player, you'd be like, you know what? I'll take a couple decent squad players. It's just too early in the window to be linked to Madueke. It's too early.
If he's alongside Gyökeres and Zubimendi and
sign Gyökeres in that first, get them done first. Announce this at the end of the window, and that all of these links it's too early, bro. It's too early. It's too early in the morning. I need to get ready. I have to brush my teeth and all that. I need to sort myself out. I can't be partying early doors. It's not time to party yet. I can't be hearing Madueke this early, bruv.
Do you know why this signing confused me so much? First of all, I'll put it out there. I think there's certain players that you can improve. I don't think Noni's one of them personally. But the reason why this confuses me, he's being brought in. We know he's not going to start, but he's being brought in to be Saka backup. But for me, Nweri is a better backup than Noni. I think Nweri's a better player than Noni. And I'm seeing this morning, apparently he's close to signing a new deal. I know he was linked to us. He was linked to another club. I can't remember who else, but apparently he's close to signing a new deal. But I don't get this Noni signing because he can only really play right wing. And then left wing, I reckon you're going to sign a left wing. I think either one of Trossard or Martinelli will leave. It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand this signing at all. And like you said, I think if you get, obviously, he can't come in before the likes of a Gyökeres or a Eze. Do you know what I mean? Like, he has to be after them because if you prioritize him over them, and let's say worst case scenario, you don't get one of them in, but you've got Noni in, I think the fan base will be in.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%. Not even just that. I think Madueke as a squad player isn't a terrible squad player. He isn't a bad player to come off the bench or to play. But what he is, bro, is all I've seen from him is trouble. It looks troublesome to me.
Yeah.
100%. I know Arteta's a disciplinarian and whatever, but he just seems troublesome. It just seems more ag than it's worth, and he's not a great player. Why? He's not. I'd rather go and get Semenyo.
Yeah, Semenyo. The thing is, Semenyo, he's signed a new deal, bro. He's living life, bro, and he's gonna cost a lot more money than Noni Madueke. Even though for me personally, Noni Madueke, Semenyo is a better player. I think he wants to stay and Bournemouth got their money, bro. Bournemouth have been collecting peas this month, bro.
But let me ask you this, yeah.
Do
you think Semenyo signed to stay or it's just to protect his resale value? He used to say, obviously, he's going to give them another year now. Like, you don't sign a contract and leave a couple months later. He'll still be here for another year. But, people get this idea, he signed a 5-year deal or he's going to see out that 5 year. No, he could just be signing this. He might have had a speak with their owners or chairman or whatnot, said, look, I'll sign a 5-year contract, but next summer, there might even be a clause. Next summer, if a bigger team come in for me, you'll get a nice amount of money and I'm off. Because if he has another good season like he had last season, I'm sorry, no disrespect to Bournemouth, he's not going to stay there again. You know what I mean?
We'll talk.
A bigger team will come in. So, yeah, I think it might be to protect his resale value. But has this ever happened before? Let me know, you two or anyone.
Yeah, it has happened.
If a player signed a 5-year deal, then left that months after.
Oh, there could be a hidden release clause in there that we don't know about. Like, we really don't know about. But there has been situations like that before where they sign a deal and then later on they've left the next year just to go get just to help the football club, innit? You know what I mean? And say, you know what? Like, he came from Bristol City, remember? So he got given a big opportunity at Bournemouth. I know Toney was more of a release clause, but there's been situations where they help the club get a bigger deal. And I think it's fair for people to do that, bro. So I reckon that could happen. But at the same time, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When I look at it, for me, Arsenal next year won't be going for a Semenyo. If they say they are, a very good team and they're looking to go and improve, they're probably gonna go and get someone better than Semenyo.
Yeah, because about timing, innit? Like, I'd say this season he could get into Arsenal.
Yeah. I think his internet's caught out there. Let me get these super chats in. Broski says, Kashit says, Broski, I don't fear PSG. Anything can happen in one match. I've seen my club beat Pep Messi on his prime. Barcelona 2011-12. PSG is going to meet the final boss of the non-English clubs in the finals. Jeez, man, like Kashit. Chelsea finally is not fearing. I ain't going to lie to you. I hope you lot played Real Madrid because I think Real Madrid can beat Chelsea. I can't lie to you, but PSG, I looked at them and they look tired, bro. They look very, very tired, man. Rajesh Chaital challenging Arsenal, 74 points. City's worst season, 71 points. No chance. CFC, 69 points. Hilarious. This. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Let's talk on Osimhen. Victor Osimhen is on his way to Galatasaray, man. And then it looks like Darwin Nunez is on his way to Napoli, man. But yeah, man, 75 million has been kept. What do you not make of this whole Victor Osimhen saga? Because it looked like he wanted to go to a big European club. That never materialized. He's now agreed to go to Galatasaray, 75 million. Now it's just the final deal's going to be sorted. Contract until 2028 plus option. What are you lot saying, man? Has he like disappointed you lot in terms of like where he should have went versus where he is right now? Like, no disrespect to Galatasaray, innit? Feel me? They're a big club.
Bro, I just think this is.
Yeah. Nah, it's cut out.
We can see.
Go on, D.
Yeah, I don't know, man. See, Osimhen, I think there's just too much around him all the time. There's too much chaos all the time. There's always something going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people that come with a lot of baggage and mayhem. You know what I'm saying? There's always something going. There's always a story about him. There's always he's going here, he's doing this, he's going there. He wants these wages. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. His agent saying there's always. You see, when there's players that's got too much going on.
Too much going on. Facts.
Chelsea used to be like that. Chelsea used to be a team that used to have so much going on. And they just nipped that in the bud. They said, we're not doing that no more. We're not getting that type of chaos every minute. Like we had that. Arsenal had it for a minute. Every minute there's stuff coming on. With Osimhen, there's just always something happening, isn't it? It's always a story. Why is it always a story?
You know what it is, bro? Go on, Ramsey. You're gonna say something there?
I just think, what is he? 25, 26, about to enter your prime years, and you're in Turkey, bro. I just think it's a bit bro. Yeah, obviously, I understand. Maybe they might be paying in the bag, and he wants to look after his family. But if that's the case, then go Al Halal that we're going to pay him mad bread, more bread than he was on now. But, bro, I just think it's underwhelming. Think it's underwhelming, bro.
He's a good player. And
Very good player.
You got to remember, most teams, like, they like to be in control of what they're doing. And with Osimhen, I feel like you're not in control. He might be one of the nicest guys out there. He might be, but he's always in the paper, isn't he? You know, like certain players are always in the paper, or they're always in the story, innit? You know, like you got to, even at Liverpool, Salah's never in the paper.
Yeah.
Ever. You know, Arsenal, Saka and Declan Rice, they're never in the paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And if they are, it's for good things. Do you get it? And you're right, like big clubs don't really, apart from his club, there's always controversy. I think City, Arsenal, Liverpool, you don't really have things in the paper like that. And if you do, they get wiped out straight away. Look how much players have like disobeyed Klopp and Pep over the years, and then they're out the door. Like Cancelo had a riff with Pep, 3-4 months later out the door. There's more examples as well, but like they don't really condone that stuff at big clubs. But of course, like Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, they're historically big Turkish clubs. But in terms of what you can achieve there and win, he could have done better, in my opinion. But then,
they're doing this thing where they say, to me, not all news is good news. So sometimes when there's silence, it's a good thing. And like they say, all publicity is good publicity. It's like they've got that type of mentality.
Yeah. I agree. I'm not interested. You know what it is, though? I think for me, though, I still think he's gonna move, though. Like he's now what? Let me just check his actual age right now. Yeah, so Victor Osimhen, yeah, he is right now 26, is he? Yeah, 26. So in December, he's 27. Yeah. Say, for example, he stays there for about 2 years now. 29. Could he still get a big move at 29?
He could. Depends where though. Because the English press, English and Spanish press, the English press are one of the most. They are ruthless. They will write headlines every day about you if they have to.
Yeah.
And he would be in the headlines constantly. If your agent's out there constantly talking and constantly talking about things, you're going to be in the paper.
One more big move after that. Yeah, even if he signed a deal. So one more big move.
I think it depends on how the striker market evolves. And what I mean by that is, you see now, let's be honest, it stinks. Outside Isak and Gyökeres, everyone's potential, if we're being honest. I think they're the two names, and you could say Osimhen as well. Them three are proven right now. I think everyone else is in there enough potential. But let's say in 2-3 years' time, there's about 7 good number 9s at teams at like mid teams that they can improve on. I don't think he will get that big move because all the other big clubs will be looking at the younger players that have evolved. You know what I mean? So I think it depends if the striker market gets better. If it's like this in 3 years' time, Osimhen can still get a big move. If there's better 9s, then I think it's long for him.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it, man. Like I can't lie to you, the number 9 market needs to get better in the next 2 years.
Bro,
2 years.
I think it's just the wage. I think it's just the wages. But even like you're looking at like Evan Ferguson, who was 100 million a year and a half ago. Now he's
my God, I couldn't believe it, bro.
Bro, D just said, bro. When he deep it now, crazy. That was crazy,
bro.
100 million for what? He's not done anything. He's 100 million a year and a half ago. Now he's going to. Where's he going? He's going to
Roma.
I'm like, what is this? This is the market that we're dealing with.
And they're going to be looking.
Remember Matoma? Brighton wanted what 85 million from Matoma.
It's madness. I feel like bit by bit the market's coming back to normality, bit by bit. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, this is crazy, bro. I can't lie to you, bro. Like when this guy was popping goals, like 2 years ago? Yeah, and I remember like people saying, "Oh, he's gonna be worth 150 million." Like, and I remember United were interested. A couple of people were interested in, bro. And this is what football Twitter can do. Shout out to AJ. Like, football Twitter can really, really elevate a player. And all of a sudden, because there's a lot of hype around him, 100 million comes out, 150 million comes out. And I'm like, bro, like, relax yourself, man.
And he wasn't even starting.
Bro. He scored a hat-trick against Newcastle. And I remember there was like, whoa, who's this kid, man, scoring goals, bro?
He was
And
a
he just
bit
never-
player because you can't tell me he's better. You can't tell me he's better than Welbeck. Like even there's a reason that they've had about 2-3 managers over the last 3-4 years. There's a reason why all of them still choose to start Welbeck. You can't tell me he's better than him. No way,
bro. I remember
You're going too high to go to Welbeck.
Yo, you're saying there's another strike.
There's levels. You're going too high, bro.
I hear you.
Bro, like I said, that season, was it 22-23 or was it 23-24? I can't remember. One of the two seasons anyway, but he was cooking that season, bro. And I was like, bro, this guy, man, he's a very good player, man. Like, who is this guy? But he's come out of here and, fair play to him. Like, he needs a fresh challenge, though, innit? Maybe if he goes abroad. I think, how old is he still? How old is he right now?
He's Ferguson talking about.
Hey?
Ferguson talking about.
Try to say he's still young.
Yeah, he's a youngster.
He's 20 years old, man.
He's a youngster.
20?
20, bro.
Young. He's a kid.
He's 20, bro. He's 21 in October.
Yeah, he's a kid.
He was like 23, 24 or something.
Nah, bro. He
He's
came in when he was fresh like a baby, bro. 18, bro.
Oh,
but the thing is, the problem is you would say everyone said Brighton is the place where you can get your opportunity as a young player, right?
Yeah.
That is where you will get that. You're at the right place to get your opportunity and prove your worth in the league and come through the first team. And Brighton give everyone opportunity. So him moving that doesn't bode well because it's like you're already at the right club.
Yep, I agree. I agree, bro.
I was saying he did have I forgot what the injury was, but I remember him having a peak.
He had a lot of injuries. I can't lie. That really killed him. The injuries really, really killed him, bro. Like, let's be honest, bro. The injuries really, really killed him. So it's one of them, man. Like, football's cruel, man. Yeah, I mean, you could be in a good place and then boom, injuries like do you like that. I remember Diaby. Remember Diaby, bro? What a baller he was, bro. Injuries killed that guy of a very, very good career, bro. You know what I mean? And the rest, he was never the same, bro. Very good.
Diaby.
Yeah, you're Diaby. Yeah, Diaby. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's other players like that I can't.
Yeah, but Diaby was never valued at 100 and something million, was he?
but in today's market, he probably would be.
But remember, back then, 30 and 40, 50 million was like the 100 million now.
Yeah, bro.
When we sold Torres to Chelsea, bro, that 50 million felt like it was like 200 million, bro.
200 million, especially in January as well. They bought him in January as well. And I remember when you were signing him, I was like, yo, Torres, whatever you think of Torres at the time, like whether he was kind of gone past his peak or whatever, he was still 28. Like, and Chelsea took a gamble. And they said, you know what, we're gonna do it. Yeah, I'll always remember that miss at Old Trafford, man. Like that's his.
When he went round the keeper.
Yeah, went round the keeper, bro, and just missed it, bro. I was like, yo, this guy's a fool, man.
You know what? He was on the decline. But I was still pissed off. You don't want to sell to your rival, bro.
Chelsea,
and that was off the back of like we weren't in Champions League. I think the club was nearly going to get liquidated. That's when FSG first took over. But it was still kind of fresh off the Mourinho and Benitez. You know that rivalry we had.
Yeah,
they were still our rivals. So I was still pissed off that we're sending him. But us Liverpool fans knew you're not going to get the Torres we got. The 2.5, 3 years that we got, you're not going to get that. So it was one of them ones.
Yeah, I agree, man. So yeah, man, I mean, Roger, like it was a very, very good team then, but it's one of them. Now you're letting go of Nunez, and yeah, man, Nunez is gonna leave, bro. The fact that how long? By the way, how much are you selling Nunez? By the way,
well, I'm saying what the club.
No, what did the club want from Nunez?
I'm hearing Napoli bidded 47 million, and we've rejected it. But apparently, there's fresh talks this morning. I'm going to be honest with you, Saeed. Sometimes in ball, you've got to cut losses. We signed him for 80 million. It was actually 65 plus 15 million. It was 65 million with 15 million add-ons. And I think the add-ons were to win the league and whatnot. So I think we actually paid them the full 80 or 85 in the end. But bro, I'll sell him for 40. I don't know why we rejected that 47 million bid, if that's true, because we're not good. No one, unless you're Saudi, no one's going to pay stupid money for Nunez. I'm sorry. If you look at his body of work at Liverpool, we're not going to get that much for him. I just want him gone. And I was his biggest advocate for about the first 18 months. But sometimes you have to admit, do you know what I'll say, Saeed? He will do well at another club. I'm not going to sit in and say Nunez is going to be a scrub for another club. I think he'll actually do well.
He could do well. I can't lie to you. He could do well.
When you've got that tall stature and you're quick. You've seen it with like Lukaku, Osimhen, even Tammy Abraham did quite well out there. Like Zapata for Atalanta. When you're quick and strong in Italian league, you're back. He'll do well at Napoli. We just have to set these worked out here. That happens. That's Carlos' but now 50, 55 minutes, we don't need to do that. I think
you're cutting out. Yo, Rums, you're cutting out there, I think. Can you hear him? Yeah, he's cutting out, but that's opposite.
He's as chaotic as Nunez is.
Yeah, he's chaotic, guys.
Bro, it's virgin beats, bro. Like, something's up.
It's always one of them days where the Wi-Fi's a bit mad, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think this is, I'm so jealous, man. You know why I'm so jealous, DL Rums, yeah? We can't sell our player Højlund, yeah? And I know Nunez has done more in the Premier League, yeah? But, bro, man, we can't sell Højlund, but they can sell Nunez for 50 million, literally.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't get it. I find it strange, but the only difference is with Højlund is he looked terrible, but he's still young. So it's like,
yeah,
really and truly, you lot should still really be giving him a chance to play or be on the bench, isn't it? That's really what the situation is. Nunez has done it before. He's scored goals before. That's the difference. You know, he's just a player that it's like Forlan. Remember when Forlan scored loads of goals?
Yeah,
didn't work out at Man United.
Didn't work out. Yeah.
And then he goes back and he goes somewhere else and starts scoring.
Nunez has got that kind of type of character about him where he can still score goals at other clubs. Whereas can Højlund do that as well, though? And also, Nunez, to be fair, much work at Benfica. He's got like, I'm not saying he's got pedigree, but he's got like
history.
Whereas Højlund, what history has he got? 9 goals at Atalanta.
But I saw Nunez. I saw a stat that Nunez. I saw a stat this morning.
Nunez has scored big games, you know. Like, people might hate on Nunez here, but the guy scores big goals, you know, though, really and truly. Let's be honest.
United, Arsenal, he scores in big games. Chelsea,
yeah, bro. Like,
no, but I thought hasn't he got like 50 something GA in 70 games or something? I saw something this morning that he's got like.
But then this is my problem with GA, man. Like, you know what I mean, bro? It's like it can look.
No, but he's a striker. That's all you need to do is GA. You're a striker.
Yeah, I hear it. But his overall play, the amount of chances he misses as well, is ridiculous, bro. Like, if you go on his actual miss collection, it's actually like very, very like scary. But I get what you mean. His game to start ratio is one of them minute. Like, you know, when he comes on, he scores goals. You're basically saying, like, his minute to game ratio is not bad. You're saying basically. Like.
Yeah, I just feel like Liverpool as a club have overtaken what Nunez can provide because they are. Liverpool
yeah.
That's what it is. I don't think it's like Nunez. Nunez is not a great player, but he could be good for someone else. I just think Liverpool are at a different level at the minute, where that's not what they require. Yeah. They require the Isaacs and the Haaland level striker. They're just a different level right now.
But let me ask you a question.
You guys would be good with Nunez.
United?
Yeah.
Listen, man.
A chaotic striker like that is exactly what you need.
No, we don't. We need stability, bro. We need stability. But let me ask you a question. I know it sounds, again, it's very, very so soon, you know, Rums, obviously, when he gets back here. But obviously now, if Diaz and Nunez was to leave now, like they surely now, Liverpool will be going for an attacker then, right? Surely, like, that would be the plan now, to go for an attacker.
Yeah,
if Diaz just leave, you know? Rums, I don't know if you quite heard that, but Diaz and Nunez leaving, like, sure, there's a plan for an attacker then. Like, has there been any news for attacker? Like, what's the?
Do you know what it is? Obviously, because of the Jota and Andre news, I'll be honest, I don't think we're entertaining any transfer talk right now. Yeah, obviously, business still has to commence, but in terms of incomings, it's kind of stalled. We're linked with Osimhen, Ekatike, other forwards. I'm even seeing kind of fresh Rodrigo links, but I don't know how reliable that is. But in terms of outgoings, look, Diaz isn't the most popular in the fan base at the minute because apparently he did some dance. I have not seen it, but he did some dancing thing on the day of Jota's funeral. But everyone grieves different. That's why I'm not going to be too harsh on that. But he did some dancing thing, but also like still the links away from the club, and he's not the most popular. I do think he goes. I think Barca do get him, and yeah, I think Nunez and Diaz do leave this summer. Which means we probably have to bring in 2 forwards now. Do you know what I mean? And
Two
I think
forwards.
this now will mean Chiesa stays. Gakpo, Chiesa, obviously Salah will stay. But we will have to, because I think give it a week or two, I think we'll start to resume like transfer business in terms of incoming. But I think we're just respecting the Jota and Andre news at the moment. I think obviously the club's in mourning, but I think them two will leave. Them two leave. Like Diaz has been flirting with clubs now for the past year. This ain't even a recent thing where it's a couple of weeks. He's been flirting with clubs the past year. But yeah, them two will leave. Them two will leave, man.
But the other thing as well about Liverpool is, one, it's hard to buy players in the midst of what's been going on as well, because it's like,
I know, man, it's difficult, man.
It's quite hard to start all of a sudden. Yeah, let's replace Jota, and like, I mean, it looks like it feels insensitive.
Exactly.
And two, they're still paying Jota's contract for the next 2 years to his family.
Yeah, and the education as well.
Yeah,
but
so
not only that,
yeah. Go on.
Sorry to cut you off. Not only that, I also think like people's like saying that players wouldn't leave as well, like the Diaz's and Nunez, like they as much as they're saying, they know that they've lost Jota already, they still also have to think about like what they want to do as well. Like they can't just stay for a year. They can't, because they might not get that move next year. So it's like it's really because they were gonna leave anyway, regardless, and now like it's almost like added to that extra now. Like, okay, cool. So now two's leaving. What do we do now here?
What I would say, Nunez would have left regardless. I think after Nico Williams extending that Bilbao,
you're right.
And accelerated the talks again, because before it was talked with Bayern, but I don't know how concrete them talks were. Big up Malcolm. I don't know how concrete them talks were with Bayern, but it was Barca. It was Diaz to Barca, and then it was Diaz to Barca. Then Barca were more interested in Nico Williams. Then Diaz kind of got pushed to the side. Then the minute he signs with Atleti, then it's back to the Diaz.
Yeah.
So I don't think Diaz was a foregone conclusion that he was gone. Nunez has always been, he's gone. Like we've known he's gone, but yeah, man. Now I think it is them too. But they do have to think of their career. But I just think that as a fan base, give it like a week or two. Like don't let it be too fresh. Do you know what I mean? But I kind of hear both sides. But like Dee said, it's a sensitive time at the moment, and it's a bit insensitive on the club to like be looking at signings. Me personally, on all the streams I've been on since the Jota passing, I have not spoke about transfers. I'm not even really thought about them, bro. Like end of the day, just thinking about him and his family. But obviously business will have to commence, because I know it sounds harsh, but like it is a business at the end of the day. And again, we want to win our 21 for Jota at the end of the day. We want to win our and we want to honor it. So we do have to improve the squad. You have to once you win a league, you have to keep improving the squad. Not even just once you win a league. You should keep improving the squad every summer anyway, as a big club. So it's one of them ones.
And how key is it for you, man? Like Konate, like I think for me, it's a story that a lot of people are not really like discussing as much. But losing Konate next summer for free, I think it's a thing that Liverpool cannot afford to have, bro. They've got to give him the contract, Like I know 75 grand a week is what he's on right now, but like that deal right there, bro. I think for me, they've got to sort out maybe this year, but because you can't be losing Konate, bro, on a free to Real Madrid. That man can't get another player for free, man. Like this is getting a bit too much for Real Madrid, man.
Saeed, I'm hearing he's rejected two offers from us now. I'll be real. We have to be harsh. If we offer him a third one, he doesn't sign. We have to sell him. We can't. What's what you said? We can't be losing him on a free as well. Like I think. Listen, he wants 200k apparently. He warrants that. I'm sorry. Look what he's done at the club. He warrants that for me. He's one of the best about. But if he's gonna reject another one, bro, we have to sell him. We can't lose him on a free again, bro. Right? It just can't happen. It can't happen. So we're gonna have to be ruthless.
Yeah, you have to be ruthless, but at the same time, it's like, bro, Real Madrid cannot keep getting away with this, bro. I swear down, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is taking a piss, bro. Like they can't get away with this again, bro.
And the thing is, not just us, they do it to everyone. Rudiger at Chelsea, Mbappe at PSG. There's probably more examples, but they've been getting these big names on a free. They've been doing it. So yeah, man.
Bro, it's ridiculous, man. They need to stop doing this, man. But like I said, man, it's one of them where their name, they just say who they are, and people come running towards them, bro. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is.
I don't think they'll go for both Konate and Saliba, though. That's the only thing.
No,
Yeah.
one or the other. Yeah, one or the other.
No, but the thing is, though, like Rudiger's getting what now? Is he 32 now?
But they just got Huysen. They just got Huysen.
They got Huysen, yeah, but like, bro, like in 2 years' time, bro, like Huysen might not be that guy.
Nah, he's that
You know
guy.
what I mean?
He's that guy.
No. The thing is, Real Madrid, yeah, they will humble you, bro. Real Madrid can humble you. You can be there, and then all of a sudden, in 2 years' time, you can be replaced. So all I'm saying to you is, when a player comes in, they'll say, "Yo, this is squad depth, bro. Step aside."
Yeah. They would.
And they'll say, "Yo, Huysen, step aside. We got Saliba."
But they're ruthless still.
They're
You
ruthless,
remember
man.
even with Ozil? Ozil was probably one of, if not the best tens when he went to Arsenal. They said, "Safe, we'll sell you." You know what I mean?
You know,
Yeah,
so like, and they could go to a back three. You never know what Alonso could be a bit more flexible. Go to a back three and say, "Yo,
And the way they're balling out as well, you wouldn't put. Imagine a back three of Konate, Saliba, and Huysen, bro. That should be illegal, bro. You know what I mean?
That's illegal. I can't lie to you, bro. That's illegal, bro. Yeah, I mean, these men are taking a piss, bro.
But do you know why I think it will be more Konate than Saliba? Saliba's got, what, 2 years left? Konate's only got the year left, innit? So I think the deal with Konate would be easier to do. So, yeah, I think Saliba signs with you lot, personally. I don't know why it's stalling that, but I think when it's all said and done,
I think he signs. But I think if they win a major honor, he'll sign. I think the more they don't win, I don't think he signs.
Wait, so you think he's going to wait a year then?
Yeah. He's going to wait a year to see if Arsenal win the league. Or if Arsenal, let's say, for example, if Arsenal get close here and they lose out by a couple of points, he might sign. But if they actually are not in a race and are in a top 4 race, he'll leave.
Then he can go.
Yeah. Then who do you go get?
Because he's part of the club. So if you want to win that badly, then win.
Yeah,
It's not like he's not playing. He's playing. He's on the pitch. You can win. He's playing. Enough of these people keep saying, "Oh, if these guys don't win, then they're going to leave." Then win. You're playing on the pitch.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Who's the bigger miss, Saliba or Gabriel to a team like Arsenal?
Gabriel.
I think it's Gabriel, you know, man. I'm real.
The only problem is with Saliba is them two really are a partnership. Like it sounds like Gabriel needs Saliba, but they do come. I know most of the best defenses.
But look at the game against Real Madrid and think, you know, even though Kivio did well, yeah, but I just feel like for me, like Saliba was the one where I was like, bro, like Saliba in that position there, like so Gabriel in that position. I think Gabriel he really holds that defense better than a Saliba.
But it's not just about Kivio played well, but it's not just about that him defending. It's about him in the box. Like when we're defending the box from corners and crosses, he's the main man, and in the opposition box. When we had to change our whole set piece routine because Gabriel was not playing. Gabriel is our main attacking threat from corners, and even when we don't score corners, he creates so much confusion that it gives everyone else. It causes chaos because of Gabriel. So when we've got Kivio there, we've got to change Gabriel. That's got to be Marino now. It changes everything. Gabriel's a major loss, not just from defending, but from set pieces.
He's spot on because how much goals did he get? Like 5 or 6? It might have even been more.
And he would have got more. He would have if he carried on. He hit the bar a couple of times. He missed the open goal twice.
Yeah, he hit the ball. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he did. So
and he missed
He's been doing his thing, bro. I can't lie to you. I see this about Matt Law, by the way. CFC brace for Madueke bid, but it remains to be seen whether or not Arsenal are prepared to make CFC evaluation or whether any of their background checks have impacted interest. Right, background checks. What are they trying to check?
I don't know what that means.
That's a bit dodgy. That I
don't know what that means.
That's a weird kind of report to make. Like, man said background checks. What's he trying to say? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean by that, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, is it because he's out and that, you get me, and whatnot, and he's outside and whatnot.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I've never heard that, bro. I swear down, I've never heard background checks before.
Never have.
It's what some DBS check. You know, DBS when you're going for a job interview. Like, I get it. Like, you know, they want to check if you've got a criminal record and that, and you know, if they've done anything dodgy. But like, man want to find out like he's been in L's and that, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's a posh kid, man. You know what I mean, bro? Really and truly, like he's developed this kind of like like this kind of culture. Like he was from like some next ends, bro. People keep saying to me like he's a good youth, bro. He's come from good ends, by the way, K. Yeah, he's not really from like the ends like that, bro. He's a guy that's basically, you know what I mean, like kind of developed this kind of like persona. You know what I mean, for whatever it is, you feel me? So I see him as a good guy, man. You know the ones there.
He needs to stop arguing them about penalties, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that was embarrassing, bro. I can't lie. If that happens, by the way, Arsenal, that's gonna be crazy, you know. The Saka
we don't really do we have anything like that? We don't really have those type of things. People kind of we have the opposite of everyone wants to give it to someone else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
we have the opposite of that, which is also not ideal either. Like someone take responsibility, you know what I mean? But I think
I remember that game. I remember that game. I was just like, what is going on here, bro? Like, why?
He started off with him and Jackson. He didn't even start off with Palmer, and then he got to Palmer. Jackson took it off Madueke, and then Palmer took it. No, Jackson wanted it off Madueke, and then Palmer wanted it off him. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Madueke took it off Jackson, and then Palmer took it off Madueke.
Yeah, and then Jackson's tried coming back saying, yo, what's going on? I want this. Bro. Nah, it's crazy.
Kepa didn't want to come off the pitch. Too much going on.
Yeah, too much going on, man. Too much going on. What's not really going on is Mbeumo. Still nothing really happening. There's the latest news now that Mbeumo's increasingly frustrated as Man United way up a third bid. Man United, Brentford are looking for in excess of 63 million and have been encouraged by the fees tied by Noni Madueke and Ilanga in recent weeks, believing that their valuation is not only fair but perhaps even lower than the market. Oh man, this is.
Do you think this gets done, bro? Because
it does get done, but when though? When does it get done? It's just a case of when, bro. I don't think
it's guaranteed, man. I'll be real.
Same. It's been a month, bro. I swear this broke the 6th of June.
5 weeks.
Crazy.
I'll show you the day. It's been more than a month, bro. I'll show you the day when it was actually released, bro. When he said, "Yeah, I want to come to the football club." Like, I'll show you I'll show you right.
Thomas Frank might, next thing you know, he's like, listen, you might as well come over to Tottenham with me.
This is it, bro. 2nd of June. We're now on the 9th of June, bro. So we have gone past how many weeks now? From the 2nd of June. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. We're approaching the 6th week now. Look at the quote tweets. If you don't like, you know how mad it is. Look at the quote tweets, guys. Wake up. Look at this. 36 days, 13 hours, 36 minutes since this 36 days. Life of July, a massive global football institution, always will be huge signing if this gets done. Obviously, that was there last time, innit? You know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean, bro? It's crazy, bro. Like, it's been a long time, bro. Even when you look at like after that, bro, when we put a bid in, like this was beforehand over there. June the 4th, opening bid. That was our opening bid. 45 plus 10. Straight away. So 2 days later, we did that as well. Crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like these things drag on for a reason. There's a reason why it's dragging on.
Bro.
Like, if he said he wanted to come and Brentford are open to... Arsenal do this all the time. So if...
it's just long, bro. It's not, you know, like, fair enough, like De Jong, yeah. De Jong was a top baller and, you know what I mean, played for Barcelona, but we're talking about, like, bro. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, it shouldn't take this long. And what it's doing, yeah, it's just delaying the inevitable.
Man United, let's be real, this is Man United. Like, I don't understand how we get to a point where, remember the days where Man United just asked for a player and the players,
it's also
you start handling transfer requests and we fought.
Yeah, but it's 15th though. The thing is, yeah, we don't have the capabilities of going to Brentford and saying, yo, do things on our time. Now you can wait, bro. Why should we do it in your time, bro? You do it in our time, our way, what we want to do. Like,
yeah, but that's the champ. That's this is Man United, bro.
Yeah, but you keep saying that, but then why? It doesn't take 5 weeks for you to say to someone, yo, it's Man United calling. Then man, I said, yo, is it really Man United? Are you really Man United?
Yeah, but Mbeumo said on the 2nd of June that he wants to go Man United for a reason. So
yeah,
It's Brentford that are saying, listen, this is his price, and Man United are like, oh no, we want it, we
No,
don't value
yeah,
it
that's what
higher.
I'm saying to you. If it gets to the point now where we end up paying, for example, less than what we agreed for, then you could say, okay, cool, it's fairly.
How much do you think
decent.
he's worth? How much do you think he's worth?
I think he's worth 60 million.
So you don't think that they should pay the 70 then? You agree with what Man United are doing then?
I don't think it's 70 though. I think it's 60 up front or 63, 65 at max up front, but there's a lot of add-ons included. I don't think it's 70 million.
But let's do it in the way that we...
Unless this Elanga deal and Joao Pedro deal has really said to them, yeah, you know what, F this.
No, he's better than both of them.
You know, I don't know, but that's what I'm saying to you. That's why I think we shouldn't move away from him. Like,
yeah, but what I'm saying, do you think if Brentford says 70 million, do you agree that Man United should just pay the 70 million, or do you think he's worth lower than that? That's what I'm asking.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's got to that point now where I would pay 70 million for Mbeumo. I wouldn't walk away. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't, but I don't think that's what's been negotiated. I think it's a case of up front, give me my 63 million or whatever you paid for Konya. Give me that up front, not 55. Or I think United paid 47 or something like that, plus 7.5 million add-ons. You can't do that, bro. You've got to give up front 60 and then add-ons structure the payments. You can't just say to me, oh, well, I'll give you less than up front and then I'll structure all the payments or whatever. Nah, bro, they want up front, then we can negotiate whatever. And I hear it, bro. And if the situation is a situation here, and we end up paying what they wanted all along, then you've wasted 6 weeks.
Not necessarily, because it's haggling, isn't it? And what will happen is you will end up potentially getting the deal that you want because it drags on, and Mbeumo will get irritated, and he's going to be like, let's just do this. And it's just the same as any type of deal. But my thing is, you need to make sure that you get him for what you're asking for now.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying if you start getting more desperate and you're like, you know what, I would just pay the 70 million, then you need to just do that immediately. You know what I'm saying? That's
why I don't think it's 70 million, because if it was 70 million, I think Man United would have looked at other alternative options. I really would.
There's no better alternative options than Mbeumo.
Do you think there's a world?
Kudos is not guaranteed to be better than Mbeumo, though, is he?
I'm not saying
they're about the same.
Options.
I think don't care about similar level, but do you think there's a world where Mbeumo could just hand in a transfer request to like speed this process up?
No, because I feel like he respects Brentford. He respects Brentford.
No, they've done well for him, man. They've done well. And Brentford are a classy club. Thomas Frank, there was no issue leaving with Thomas Frank. There was no issue with leaving with Norgard. You know what I'm saying? No. So this issue is because Man United want him don't value him at what he's valued at. Because Brentford have let their players go smoothly, and their manager. They've let their manager go smoothly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they let the manager go smoothly. They're a very classy club, bro. Like, I feel like
this is a Man United thing.
And he's reporting back to training next week, by the way. And the worst thing is when if he reports back to training next week, and then you see all the photos of him just smiling and that and just happy. And then next thing you know, it's like, that would be the worst thing ever, bro. I just think for me, it's got to a point now where, we need to move on to other targets, bro. United can't even
sell. Like who? Other targets like who?
That can only happen if we sell players, though. So
there's no other targets much better than Mbeumo.
No, I'm talking about you buy Mbeumo, then you get rid of the sales, because it looks like to me United can't do two things at once. So it looks like to me United can only really prioritize the Mbeumo deal, sort that out, then say, all right, now let's deal with the guys that are being sold. Like
the Chelsea model.
Yeah, bro. So for me, it's like,
you know what? Let's speak about some of your outgoings though, because what's happening with Rashford? Is Sancho still going to Juve? What's happening with Garnacho? You've got players you can sell, but I agree with you, Saeed. As you're identifying targets, you should be selling these players. Do you know what I mean?
100%, bro. I think with Rashford, he trained alone yesterday at training ground, so he's gonna get sold. You know what I mean? Garnacho one, I can't lie to you. I don't know where this brother goes, bro. He wants to stay in the Premier League, but I don't know where he goes. Who else is out there? Anthony, I think Real Betis, but they want the fee and the wages are a bit too much. Who else is out there, bro? Like
what about Anthony? I forgot about it.
Yeah, Anthony. Then you got the guy that shows and bro. And
Terrible.
then Sancho one in Juventus looks like the more likely. He
You
looks like the one
literally got 4 forwards you could sell. This is
I know.
mad. And they could generate at least 100 to 120 million easily between the 4 of them.
Yeah, it's mad, bro. I until this day, yeah, I don't get how Chelsea sold all them players in that summer window. That summer window when they sold all them players, bro. What was that summer window? Chelsea players sold. Was it 22, 23?
I can't even remember. I remember the summer they offloaded Bear Man.
Yeah, how many players did they offload that summer, guys?
Is that the summer where they sold like Pulisic, lost his cheek, that Bear then?
Was it Mount?
Yeah, they sold, bro.
I can't remember the year, but I know the summer you're on about. I can't remember the specific year.
Yeah,
they sold Mount. They sold Mount. They sold a lot of players.
22, 23. It was after we finished 12. Where was that? What season was that? 22, 23. Yeah, 22, 23. Yeah, they sold a lot of man, bro. A lot of man. You get me? We got troops in the building as well, by the way. Love troops, man.
Big up my GG.
Yeah, man. But like I said, bro, it's one of them where I don't know, man. Right now, it's looking peak, bro. Is it 23, 24? Someone saying. Oh, yeah, it might be 23, 24. Let me check 23, 24.
You know what? They're good. They're such a good selling club. It could be any year, bro. I'll be real. It could be any year.
Yeah, bro. Like, real talk, man. They don't mess around, bro, when you deep it. Yeah, was it Kai Havertz, Mount, Loftus-Cheek? Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Mount. That's what I said. Mount when it's a Mount and all that, innit?
Flipping hell, bro. Look at the players they sold, fam, man. It's mad, you know. Like, when you actually deep it, bro.
I can't like, that's why I say I don't really run the 1 billion thing on Chelsea, because what people seem to forget, if when they were spending all this money, they were still recouping. Do you know what I mean? So,
75 million for Kai Havertz. Mason Mount, that one killed us, man. Kovacic, even getting a Kovacic, 29 years old, bro, with 1 year left of the contract. Koulibaly, 23. Obviously, they made a big loss in that one, but still, they sold him. Bro, Pulisic for 20 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
18. I mean, Mendy, they sold Bear, man, bro. Obviously, they got a loan fee for Lukaku, but they ended up selling him as well. Bro, they just got rid of man, bro. See you later. Got rid of man.
That's it, Bakayoko. I forgot my man exists.
But they had bet, but you got to remember, they signed a whole heap of players. How many players did they not bit?
They did. Obviously, they did sign.
How many players were they not? We're looking at all the players they sold. How many players were they not able to sell?
What do you mean?
Because they got 7 keepers on all that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean there. They're like, all of these guys still in the books. Like, Fafana's still in the book. Joao Felix is, obviously, they re-signed him anyway. Dennis Zakaria, remember that one? Guy was on loan and like, he was awful for them, bro.
Yeah, they got bare players.
For 20. By the way,
they've got players we ain't even heard of.
Who? Which one? Diego Mora. He's at Strasbourg now. I think they sold him.
He looks like my man from Power. I don't know if you don't watch Lakeisha's son, Catch or something.
Yeah.
That's who he looks like.
Yeah, Ampadu, they've sold Ampadu for 8 million. They could have got more for him, to be fair. Who else is out there? Kepa, they've obviously now sold.
But they got Hutchinson. Remember, he was with us.
They got Hutchinson for 20 million, bro. 20 million they got Hutchinson for. Has he done more than Garnacho?
No.
But you see what I'm trying to say? But I can't get more money for Garnacho when they've sold Hutchinson for 20 million.
Because Garnacho has to go up a step. He can't go down.
Anyway. Let's get the last super chat here. I think someone said Madueke or Elanga. If I have to choose one, I'll choose Elanga right now. More direct.
We don't rate Elanga too highly, man.
I don't even rate Elanga that highly, D, but because I just don't rate Noni, I'm putting Elanga ahead of him. Do you get it? But I don't really rate either.
Ridiculous. We're not able to sell these players, bro. And it's just like, time's just ticking, bro. You get it, man? We're not doing anything about it. It's mad, bro. It's a disgrace. But guys, hit the like button, man. 1.3K to build. It's been a good show, man. You know the ones there. 1.3K. We've got 576 likes. Let's get these likes up, man. Let's get it to at least 700 likes. I'll be back later on for Mandem Talk. We actually got a full panel today, man, people. So should be a good show today. Mandem Talk later on. I'm on Ransom Show as well, around 4 as well. So make sure you tune in as well. Roms, man, big up always, broski. It's been a good one,
bro. I'll be real. My wife and even like your club signing players, bro.
Yeah, bro. I hear you, bro.
I need to get these engineers.
But you kept coming back in. So you know, you was fighting through. You was fighting through.
Yeah. But you know, big up D every time. Big up Famson. Big up Saeed. Big up the chat every time, man. You lot smashed the that.
Big up the chat.
Yeah, smash the likes, people, man. It's been a very good show, man. We'll be back, FC. Tomorrow morning we're live. Like I said to you, Tuesday to Friday mornings we're kind of live anyway every day. So people, make sure you tune in. And yeah, I will be live for the Madrid game. Yeah, that'll be a good game. I can't lie to you later on.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, definitely watch that. But we are going to redirect to FamZone TV. You're live with George now. So, yeah, let them know, broski.
Yeah, we're going live now. Me and Jules are going to go live now. More time. Every time me and Saeed are live, I'll just go live after, really. More time. So, anytime anyone wants to jump on, you know, Rom, Saeed, anytime, these man, it's family over here, you get me? So, it's like the Mandem house. So, people can just jump on anytime, you get me? So,
yeah.
Some football talk from Chelsea.
Yeah. Head over there, people. Make sure you tune in, lock in. You get me? Support the Mandem, support everyone. And yeah, I need to go get a trim. I can't lie to you. The haircut.
Let's see your hair now. Let's see it.
Yeah,
it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You lift
I thought it was going to be a real banter thing.
You lift your one. You lift your one.
Who, me? Your guy, man.